Alright people, I've just had a bit of a space between having clients at the moment, and I thought I'd do a little review of, well, just the first thoughts review on some Olympic lifting shoes that I got through this week and I've tried out. Now, I've only been squatting heavy for we're coming up to about a year now probably, so I haven't had loads of experience with different kinds of shoes for squatting. And when I first started squatting, I'd used, trainers like everyone does, but they're pants for it, and it's an awful idea to use them. But then I moved on to using Chuck Taylor's Converses, which I really liked. I thought they were great. But then, learning more, doing more, you realise that if you're going to start squatting really heavy, or you want to do anything in powerlifting or whatever, the majority of people advise you that you should be using Olympic shoes. So I got hold of a couple. First of all, I tried out I had quite a lot of trouble finding shoes actually that fitted me, because every different shoe brand is different, and you've got to wear ones that are a certain size that suits you. And everyone I got through was too big. Even though they were the right size. And I mean, I got some Reebok ones and they were huge. As soon as I started squatting with any sort of, reasonable weight, I was leaning, it was pushing, my feet were moving in the shoe. So I sent them back, and I ended up settling on getting these, which are Adidas Power Perfect 2, they're called in the UK. I think they've got a different name in America, like the Power Lifts or something like that. They're not the Adidas Star ones, the red ones that, top level, whatever they are, but they're pretty good. They're not bad. They are around, I mean, I got them for £84, which is pretty good. I mean, you find them online at a lot of places and they're about 110, so I got it for an alright price. Size wise, I'd tell anyone that's going to get them, go a full size down, because I am an 11.5 in most shoes, UK size, which is a 12 or 12.5 US, and these are a 10.5, and they fit like pretty spot on perfect. I mean, I can't really complain about it at all. So I go a full size down for it. They're great. I actually really like them. They look quite nice. Although when I was at the gym, one girl did tell me that it looked like I was wearing bowling shoes, which I hadn't thought of. But I think they look alright. So yeah, they can shut up. Yeah, they're nice. One thing that you'll notice the difference between these and the other shoes that I had were the CrossFit Reebok ones. They're kind of made for being able to do a lot of stuff. One, the heel isn't as high in them, so that's the one thing I noticed. Also, they were quite flexible still. Like you wouldn't, because it was uncomfortable. You could run in them, jump in them, whatever. These, there's hardly any bend in the shoe at all. Like, they're really solid, so you can't do any of stuff like that. It is straight for lifting. These are what these are for. I used them last week when I first got them on a light set of like Olympic high bar squats. I wasn't doing much weight. I was doing like 120 kilos or something like that for sets of like 7, and they felt a bit weird. But I was like, maybe it's not great, whatever. Yesterday I went in the gym and did like my I'm in the second week of a strength program, like peaking up a 6-week program, going to be going into a meet, and so I whacked these on and did the thing I was going to do, which was it was semi-maximal reps, like going for as many reps as I could, but not super like over a stupid number on 140 kilos, I think 145 kilos, and they felt amazing. One thing I really like is as soon as you step down, because the grip on them is crazy, as soon as you step down on like the rubber flooring you've got in gyms, you're stuck there. Like, you won't slip at all. I mean, you can even see it here if I show you on a desk. Like, as soon as you put it down, there's no slip in that at all. The grip is insane. So that's one thing I liked. 2, it just makes you feel like you're stuck to the ground and like really supported and firm on the ground. So you just get it there, get your foot in right and start squatting. And the one thing that, I mean, it's what they're made for and it's what you're supposed to do, but the depth, getting your depth is so much better. Keeping your bar path straight. Because I mean, my problem with with all of my lifts really is that my back has always been my strongest muscle. So when I squat, it's the base I find difficult. As soon as I start getting up, I can then bang it up and stand up, and my bar path goes a bit weird because I'll sort of hunch a bit as I go down and then come up. That went completely wearing these shoes. It kept my bar path a lot better. And then afterwards I did a set of overhead squats, which I've never really been able to do properly. One, because of the position you go into, and when I try and do it with flat shoes, I've got a pre-existing shoulder injury where I smashed all the cartilage and had a bank heart lesion and all those kind of sorts in my rear shoulder. So having a bar behind my head, like even doing that, I can feel it. It's not super painful, but I can't do snatches or whatever, snatch grip very easily. And when I did it with flat shoes, I'd get it above my head and I'd be fine. As soon as I started going down, when I tried to go deep, to balance myself and keep myself in the right position, I'd have to throw my arms further behind me as sort of a counteract, and that would hurt my shoulder. With these on, because of the higher heel, the raised heel, I could get deep without having to do that for the extra balance. So that was a real plus. So, I mean, if you're looking for Olympic shoes that you don't want to spend too much money on, I mean, if you're a CrossFitter, yeah, go with the Reebok ones. They'll probably work for you. They're about £100, £120. But these, I would say, are exceptionally better than most of. I tried some ones from Strength Shop as well, like they're called Impalas or something like that, and they're pretty good too. But they're about the same price. They're in the £75 to £85 bracket, and I think these are way better. And if you look online, I mean, you have to do a little searching. I mean, I found them on the seller on Amazon, but you keep looking, you'll find them. £84, way worth it, well worth it. Not if you're an all-round kind of person that's going to wear one pair of shoes to the gym and have to go and do all your running and everything in them as well. It ain't going to work. Because, I mean, I took these to the gym and I could, like, it's well weird walking in them and everything. So as soon as I'd done my squats, I was like, right, whack these off, get some superstars on or something and carry on doing my workout. But they are really good. And, I mean, also, they're also helpful to have, really, if you're powerlifting at all, because in a lot of federations, well, especially the one I'm in, you have to have your foot flat on the ground when you're bench pressing. And I always used to bench with my toes on the ground and my heels up. And it made it really difficult when I started having to do it with my feet flat. Having the raised heel means I managed to get my foot further back while having the heel still on the ground. So that's really helpful too. So yeah, I mean, I haven't tried the really expensive ones yet, like the Nike Romileos or the Adidas, but I can't see them being, you know, tremendously better than these. I'll give them a shot one time and I'll do another video on it. But out of all the shoes I've tried, which is 3 different pairs, these are worlds above the rest. So I'd give it a 2 thumbs up and a little wiggle as well. So get them, mate. Anyway, later on. Peace.